sunny day today and I decided to do a day of coffee hopping. So I got the beans. I decided to try a new one. So it's still Ethiopia, but it's a different type, and we really loved the one we took last time. So one more to try. So now I'm on the way to the second coffee shop, which is just like 200 meters away. On my way there, I discovered a really cool part of the Belltown area, and specifically the Amazon headquarters that are famously called Sphere. Unfortunately, only the employees or people that they know can visit inside, but even from the outside, it looked pretty cool. I'm in front of Starbucks Reserve Roastery. The way they present it, it's a roastery and a tasting room, and the space is quite big, and it consists of 3 different areas. One is an espresso bar, one is an actual bar. You also have a roastery side where you can actually see how they roast beans and how they package the coffee, which is really cool. Definitely a really cool experience. It's kind of a Disneyland of coffee. You get a lot of things you can try, classic coffee drinks, but also cocktails. There is a bakery, things you can buy, and even a roastery process that you can see from the start to end. So this is definitely something I recommend checking out if you are into coffee. If you're interested to learn more about this place, I've done a separate episode where I review all the best coffee shops in Seattle, including the Starbucks. As always, it's down in the description or here up top with the card. I'm right now on the top of Salesforce office, and across the street you also have Adobe and Google's office, so it's kind of this mini tech hub. And Fremont itself is known for being sort of a quirky town, and some people refer to it as a Portland of Seattle, and they have a bunch of celebrations and things like this. And architecture is also very diverse and funky. You can see some of the towers, like a lot of references to the space. Then this is also the home for the famous troll that lives under the bridge. So yeah, it's kind of a diverse, funky area. And I'm here actually to check one of the coffee shops. The coffee shop I'm going to check is around the corner from Salesforce office, and this is where we're going now. So this part of Fremont, known for having a troll living under the bridge, though it's very popular among tourists, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's just sort of ugly to me, and this is definitely something you can skip. But I actually found a cool piece here. Behind me you see the Berlin Wall, and thinking of Fremont, I would say it's actually kind of like a Berlin of Europe. It's really free-spirited and quirky, so this piece definitely fits in. Right now we're going to check the coffee shop that's just next to the Berlin Wall. I took this opportunity to walk around Fremont a little bit more, and I actually realized that my favorite bakery is just around the corner. So this bakery is called Seawolf Bakers. So it's a bakery, but they also have a barista and like a coffee machine and a sitting area. So if you want to try the freshest and get a drink, and if you just want to do some takeouts like I did, this is another option. But it's definitely a great bakery to know. So I definitely came too late in the day because they open at 7, and this is basically the earlier in the morning you get, the more selection they have. But I still could get a scone that from a memory it was delicious, so I'm gonna now head to the coffee shop and get something to drink. I'm in front of Aroom coffee shop. Originally I picked this place because it looked really nice on pictures, like a Scandinavian design, and their coffee looked really great. This is a Vietnamese coffee shop, and in addition to classic coffee, they also have original drinks like sesame latte and avocado latte. Let's go see if any of these drinks can be a good option. I've got salty coffee because the avocado sounded a little too original, like actual smashed avocado with coffee and cream. And most of the drinks are sweet, which is not my preference. I'm walking in Queen Anne's district, and it's such a nice area. It feels very calm and serene. You almost won't be able to tell that you're in the middle of the city. So it's just 10 minutes away from the Space Needle, and it's 20-30 to get to the downtown, which is busy and it's always noisy. And so here it feels like you're more of outside of the city versus right by the downtown. So you have a lot of cottages and townhouses. You have amazing views and birds chirping in the spring. So it's like a perfect walk. Last weekend we were chasing the cherry blossom spots around Seattle, and we drove 30 minutes to one and 20 to the other. And today, ironically, I discovered the prettiest spot by accident, and it's just 10 minutes walk from the apartment. And the spot is just across this beautiful park that's called Kerry Park. It's elevated park in the middle of Queen Anne district, and just across the road you have this magnificent alley that is currently in full bloom, as you can see behind me. So this is kind of a perfect reminder of how the most beautiful things are sometimes just right around the corner. And right now it's probably not the best lighting for showing the beauty of this place. So I'm gonna go to the coffee shop and sit it out and then come back around sunset to show you this place in full beauty. Finally got to the lunch place for today. It's called Koku, and they had this tasty looking sort of Japanese omelets or pancakes and a delicious coffee, so let's go check it out. So I went with a makase pancake because it looked delicious on the picture, and it's this Japanese omelet with like different toppings. And then I saw like they have this stand with different things you can buy, and one of them was this Rooibos Espresso, which is something I've never seen anywhere. Roasted Rooibos. It's supposed to taste like coffee, but it's caffeine free. And so here we got it. I mean, it smells like tea and it looks like coffee. It's interesting. Yeah, I can't really put a finger on it. It's really in between the two. So yeah, you have this strong taste of Rooibos, but it's the texture is a bit more like coffee. So yeah, it's an interesting discovery. That's very interesting. So if you're here, I definitely recommend trying this because it's very unique. I have never seen it anywhere else, and it tastes really good. So I'm now looking forward to get my pancake. It's pretty big right off the bat. It smells delicious. It's really good. It's like a vegetable pancake. It reminds me the most of the curd pancake that I sometimes make. Yeah, usually it comes with bacon, but I didn't want to have bacon. So they replaced it with mushroom, and it's a delicious combination. So if you don't like bacon like me, this is a good option. It's really good. So I'm discovering Queen Anne, and I must say it was such an unexpected discovery in a good way. Feels very suburban, but again in a good way. There's a lot of townhouses and they're very picturesque, and right now I came into the bloom season, so like all the tree flowers are just like in full bloom, and it creates this very serene atmosphere. And some of the houses, I actually didn't even expect them to be houses where people live, like the one behind me. I was fully prepared to discover that it's like a library or a city hall or something like this, but no, it just says private residence. And overall, like the area, I don't know how to say it feels like you're not in Seattle. It's 15-minute walk from the center, like from the Space Needle, which is technically not downtown, but it's a very central spot. And this feels like you're an hour away from the city. So right now I'm just in a like freestyle exploration of the area, and I'm gonna walk around for an hour and try to capture the most beautiful houses I find on my way. The property behind me was originally an elementary school, and in 1984 it was transformed into a condominium building. It still has a landmark status, and it serves as a national model of how to salvage landmark historical buildings and turn them into modern livable spaces. I'm at the Kerry Park and it's almost sunset. I definitely recommend coming here in the evening because the light is much better. During the day it shines from the city here, and so the city is kind of flat and washed out, but in the evening it shines towards the city, and so you have this perfect light on the Seattle skyline. I must warn you though, you'll probably have crowds here, but it's not too bad. There is this platform where you have the park. To get the best views just for yourself without the crowds, I recommend coming a little bit lower. You still have this amazing view, but it's no longer obstructed by anybody. On the way back from the Kerry Park, I also checked out the park that is next to the Space Needle. We've been to the Space Needle last week, but I somehow skipped this other side of it with this beautiful fountain, and it was almost on the way home, so it was a perfect thing to check in the evening, and I can definitely recommend it for beautiful evening views and the Space Needle. And that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.